Hey, everybody, and welcome to Building a Podcast, where you get all your Lego news every week on the week. So, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobrix, and with me today we have Maticus Bricks and Brick Chef as per
Up.
usual. All right. So, we got some fun stuff to talk about today, and we do have some good news to talk through, a couple of really interesting sales, and really excited for that element of the week to talk about as well with Matt. And then we're going to all jump into our Thanksgiving portion of the show, which is going to be discussing what we are thankful about Lego, which is something that's near and dear to all of us, obviously, as we're all here today talking about it. So I'm excited to get into that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my esteemed Brick Chef partner here, and we can talk about some news.
Yes, let's get into the news. We have more
Woo.
reveals. As we're getting towards the end of the year, we're getting into reveal season. As you know, every January 1st, Lego releases a bunch of new sets, and a lot of those sets have not been revealed yet. So they're slowly going to start revealing all of those. So let's just get right into it. First off, reveal. This is probably one of my favorite reveals of the week. It is the minifigure series 24. So just like previous series, we're going to be doing 12 minifigs that are super awesome, unique, feature new molds. And it's also good to note that they are going to be in bags. So that switch to boxes isn't happening quite as soon as we thought. So that's a good thing for a lot of people. I don't know what you guys think about the boxes, but I'm personally glad to see that these are going to be in bags.
I know. I was so disappointed when they were doing the video ones and you couldn't tell, and I ended up with like 4 of the bunny rabbit, and I was dang it, so I'm glad.
Yeah,
You know what they say,
sure.
rabbits multiply, so you just
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's how it went down.
Obviously. Ugh.
They must have been getting excited about the carrot guy in this series.
Why is this bag vibrate? Sorry.
Wow. Okay, this is a
Whoop.
G-rated podcast. I'm really excited about these minifigures. Pivoting. Minifigs are like hugely important for me, so I'm definitely glad that they're in bags so that I can feel them up and figure out what's inside. I said we'd stay G-rated.
You said G, yeah. Now, Matt, did you collect all the 23 ones?
I'm so behind. I still only have about half of them because I'm a slacker.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm glad it wasn't just me. It felt to me like these ones came up quickly. I was like, wait, I'm not done.
I also just personally wasn't that crazy about most of the 23.
Yeah.
Some of them were fine. There were some I know I just never want in my home. So
yeah. Not in my home.
not allowed in this house. They've deeply offended me. How about you, Ethan?
I had all of the Series 23. I didn't have, I wasn't big into back into Lego, so I started collecting. I think I have all of Series 21 and 22 and 23, and then like half of 21, and then I have the one-offs they've done in between then. But now I'm just trying to get everything, whether I like it or not, because I don't have like pretty much most of these minifigs to begin with. All the ones dating back to the original to 20, pretty much. So
yeah.
Ethan, you're gonna buy all the Lego, and you are gonna like it.
Yep, I am.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh man,
I love that we got another character print of the Black Falcons soldier there.
Yeah, so let's just get into them, and we'll look at them one by one, describe them really good for the listeners at home. I apologize, I don't know the specific names because they do have specific Lego given names. So this one just appears to be a cool space warrior. He's using a lot of that olive green on his helmet, which looks to be completely new and unique. He has some nice printing, of course, on his arms and back. And then he has like this cool lime green belt there with like pink pants, which is very interesting. And then he has like a brick built weapon.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, for those of you listening, it looks like a Power Ranger had a baby with a Transformer. So
yeah, it does
kind of neat
actually.
Great description. Combo. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. He's really cool. I like him. Definitely want him. I'll be getting him all, but he's definitely very, very cool. I'm gonna go ahead and also try and just do some predictions on how you might want to feel him out. That unique head is definitely
the
gonna
helmet.
be an easy thing to latch onto when I get him. And moving right along, we have
that.
I'm sorry. Ahead, Matt.
Is that a Blacktron logo on his belly button, or am I just seeing things?
I mean, it's a triangle. It's a delta.
Oh, it's just a triangle.
Yeah, it doesn't have. Yeah, it doesnn't have those other details to
Gotcha.
it.
Yeah.
So.
Just trying to figure out who this guy might be aligned with,
I
but
know. To
Maybe
me,
a new faction.
that would be cool. I mean,
a
to me, I'm
rogue
getting
agent.
like minions of Emperor Zurg from
Yeah.
Toy Story.
Yep.
Yeah. And then moving right along, the T-Rex costume fan. I think that's what they always call these people dressed up. They're costume
Yeah, they're
fans.
fan. Yeah.
This guy's really cool. He has like a unique molded T-Rex head that
Mhm.
fits normal minifig head. You can see the minifig's face through the mouth of the T-Rex.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
kind of making a roar face.
Yeah.
Like he's saying roar. That's what
Love
I
it.
see.
Nice printing, and then that tail looks to be new as well. It's not
Mhm.
quite the same as some of the tails they've done previously.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that costume, with the blow up, the Halloween.
Yes,
costume.
exactly.
Yes,
That's what I'm
exactly.
imagining.
You're right.
I feel like that's what they're
Great.
going for.
Great in my Halloween costume lineup.
Because he's the same color as that.
It is.
Yes, exactly. It's
And
like
then
that kind
that
of
unique
light
head
brown.
will
Mhm.
probably be a good
Yeah, the head and the
thing to
tail,
look
though.
for. Yeah.
I think the tail is going to be a pretty good giveaway. You'll feel that flexible piece there.
And then moving on, this is a Black Falcon. She looks super, super cool. She
Incredible.
has a bow and then a falcon. They've I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a new piece, but it's a new like print on that piece for
I
sure.
think it's the seagull.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a seagull piece.
Seagull, falcon, what's the difference?
Same thing.
Yeah, with falcon printing.
What is biology?
I'm
Yeah.
sure this one will be very popular with the castle people.
I'm buying
cannot
as many of them.
believe the leg printing is just so
I
cool on this
know.
too.
Yeah, dual
like
molded
boots
legs.
and yeah,
It's got a
because it's got
cape.
the boots from the dual molding and then those like accessories that are hanging down off the belt.
Yeah, she
First
looks.
time we're seeing this hairpiece in that color too.
Yep.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like a friend's color almost,
Oh, and I'm just now noticing too, her right hand has like a
Mhm.
falconer's
Oh,
glove on it. Which
yes,
it
it
looks
does.
super cool.
Oh, that's so smart. What a great
yeah.
detail.
And then moving along, I don't know the correct term, but she's making pottery. It's a
Oh, Potter. Yeah.
A Potter.
yeah, a potter,
Yeah.
I guess. And that head wrap
I love it.
that she's wearing on the top, that looks to be a unique and new piece.
Mhm.
It's super, super awesome. I totally agree.
So
It looks
cute.
awesome. I love the detail of her hands being the same color as the clay she's
Yeah,
working with,
that's
even
super
though
cool.
She's
her
working.
arms immediately go to the normal yellow to
Yeah.
just show that her hands are completely covered in the clay.
Stains on her apron.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And then she also includes a little
Little Potter's wheel.
Yeah, potter's
Mhm.
wheel, exactly.
Yes,
Um,
and my favorite color on there. They got the teal going on. So
Love
good
it.
deal.
Yeah, I really like this fig. Has lots of nice detail on the torso as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then another one that'll be popular with the castle people,
So
an
cool.
orc. He looks super awesome. He uses
Mhm.
some existing pieces for his hair and the top of his head, and then he's utilizing a normal minifig head that looks like it's over a new uniquely molded piece that like makes up a massive bottom jaw and
yeah.
ears. So it looks like he has this massive underbite because he has teeth coming up.
Yeah.
He looks super cool, and then he has a shield with a logo that reminisces the orc logo from the mid 2000s. I want to say I'm not the
Mhm.
biggest castle expert, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like a reference to that.
100% is a reference. The color scheme is there. It's the new logo, but it looks like it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
obviously based off of that logo, and I love the tattered cape on the back. Those are really cool to find. Very neat.
Yes.
I wasn't crazy about the molded like chin at first, but the more I look at it, I think it's really cool. And I want to see what the face print looks like underneath, just to see if I can get some more variety to my orc army. So they don't all have to look exactly like that.
Yeah, I do kind of want an army of this guy though.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
looks really cool. All right, and then all the AFOLs, hold your horses for our next minifig here. It's a big one. It's groundbreaking. We have a brown classic spaceman. He's got a cool little walkie that has a unique print on it, but I think just the main focus here is brown spaceman. He has everything you need already here, and then he includes a baby Benny.
Your baby spaceman. Oh.
I don't know about you guys, but I've said this before the podcast. They've opened up a rabbit hole that they are not even ready for. Because I have a feeling people are going to be demanding that baby in every different color now to match all of their other classic spacemen.
And they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Well, it even has like the tiny air tanks and stuff too.
yeah, like it has
It's so
everything it
cute.
needs. It has
Ooh.
everything
I
it
got-
needs.
Can you tell I'm excited? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like at this point they're just gonna give us every color of Spaceman possible. It's
Yeah.
just gonna spiral from here. I was never expecting even
Yeah.
reddish brown, but
I still need
I
that
want it.
orange one from the book, but the book is like
Oh.
$35, so I have to kind
I
of
want
put
to
it off.
say you can order the orange pieces off Pick-a-Brick online.
At least the
Oh,
helmet.
wow.
I don't know about the torso. I couldn't find the
Okay.
torso last time I looked.
Maybe it was on there at one point because I know some people I know like bought a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
I got the book at a clearance, like a discount price a few weeks ago, like a Black
Oh,
Friday
man.
Black Friday
Sweet.
preview. So perhaps that
Okay.
will pop
Yeah.
up again over the weekend.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Where did you find that one, if you don't mind sharing?
Amazon, the
It's
usual.
Amazon. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it like Barnes and Noble, but I hadn't seen it. I have it on Amazon, don't I? Yeah.
It's a cool
We
book
have a
too.
question asking: is the baby's helmet going to be removable like the tiny orc from the heroic game theme? Good question. It's hard to tell from the picture. It looks
hard
like
to tell.
It doesn't look like it. I don't know. I genuinely
I can't tell. I mean,
don't know because the babies, when they don't have a helmet, like the piece that's on the top of their head is not as big as a stud. So
Right.
I think that would just be logistically too much because they'd have to
Oh,
like
that's
create a
true.
whole new connection point for the inside of the helmet. I'd assume that's like one molded piece.
What about the air tanks?
Great
What do you
question,
guys
though.
think?
On the
I think
back,
Like,
Yeah,
do we
those-
think
those
the
look removable.
air tanks is a separate piece, or is that like molded into either
I
the
think
body
that
or
I
the
think
head
it's
helmet?
one whole piece.
Like head, helmet, and air tank.
Yeah, like it's
That would have to be my
all
guess.
it's all one thing. I mean, aren't the babies normally one whole molded piece, no matter like
No.
what they look like?
No, the
head
baby
comes
body
off.
is separate. Yeah, like Grogu.
Oh, yeah. So I wonder if his head can come off, but probably the helmet comes with it.
Yeah, I'm curious about that air tank though. I mean, they may have made a smaller one, but
Because what is the connection point at the bottom of the baby's head? Is it a pin?
it's yeah. Let's see.
I'm trying to see if I have an example.
I've got one right here. So I mean,
Or-
it's like
It's
this. Can you
unique.
see it? It's tiny. You want to highlight my
don't-
my video?
Yes, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to
this
do.
I
is-
don't think there's anything exactly like it.
No, I don't feel like there is either. But it feels to me, it looks like it's one bar.
Yeah, I
size,
think it's a
right?
bar.
it
Which
is.
I can
pin.
compare right now. Okay, so it's actually almost exactly the same size as a bar.
Please
Put
don't actually
Grogu's
do
head
that.
on the lightsaber.
Yeah, don't actually do that.
Oh yeah. See, that could work. Yeah. Yeah, same size. Oh Lord,
Yeah.
that's
So I mean, they
You know-
could have made a new air tank piece that has a pin or a bar sized hole instead of a minifig head sized hole.
I mean, that's
Or
no
a
different than
stud.
having like a clip that uses that side, like
Yeah.
the U clip or whatever. I mean,
You
they
know
may
what's
have-
really fun is that you can put Grogu's head on Scooby Doo's body, and
Oh gosh.
mini doll heads.
Yeah,
Grogu
because I
head,
forgot mini doll heads use
Scooby Doo.
a
It could
bar
also
That's true
connection.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, you could put Scooby Doo's head on a mini doll. Great.
Yeah.
Want to
Yeah.
unhighlight me probably. Sorry, there we go.
Yeah, we're back to
So
the
this just opens the customizability weirdness.
So yeah, Brown Classic Spaceman. Very big, very big.
Mhm.
Moving on to one, I don't know, this one I really like. It's a football referee, and that is European football, not American football. So a nice new soccer ball, it looks like. And I really hope those lines are like textured on there. I hope it's on a flat print.
It looks like it, but that may be sure.
And then this character, they have like their hilarious like knockoff Adidas logo on the feet that they use for a lot of the sports related like clothing. They funnily come with a red and a yellow card, and she's yelling at something.
Yes.
So I don't know. I like this one. It's very cool. She also has a watch on her arm. It looks like an Apple Watch almost.
Yep.
Some
Little
very
pin in the
cool prints
pocket.
on her.
If you zoom way in on that ball itself, it looks like at that corner, you can see actually the top corner where that little
Oh yeah, you can
is,
tell that
you
it
can
is.
see that there's a divot there where the ridges go. So it does appear that it will be textured.
Isn't that just the existing soccer ball that has the texture?
Potentially, yeah, they may have brought it back because
From
I want to say that mold was
Did that?
definitely taken out
I'm curious. Yeah.
of their like realm of things. So, and they do sometimes bring old molds back. So I wonder
Yeah.
if that's what that is.
No. This minifig is cool. I don't have a lot of connection to it, but I like the individual parts probably more than the fig itself. Like
Yeah, I
the
don't know. I
base
just like
print.
her personality.
Yeah, the
Yeah. Give him the yellow
watch,
card. Yeah.
the Lego, the shoes, like you said, the sneakers. Yeah,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
cool details.
Yeah. She's yelling at somebody on the field. They did
Yeah,
something.
she's throwing up her yellow card, maybe the
I'm-
red card.
I'm looking on Bricklink at the soccer ball, and the only pattern that looks similar to that has those ridges was 98 through 2006.
Yeah,
That's
so
what that looks like to me.
And there's a
maybe
2007 one, but that's it. Oh,
I
they
wonder.
do have ball sports soccer plane that has still been made through today, and it's like it's orange. That's it. What did that come
Basketball.
in? Yeah, but it's
Education sets probably.
oh, it came in day 12 of this year's advent calendar in white with Darth Vader. They're using it as a volleyball for that case.
Lola Bunny has a basketball, but it's just
Very
like the regular
tiny.
Technic ball.
Yeah.
It's not a fun
Interesting.
ball.
You're saying it's in this year's advent calendar?
Yeah, in white.
Huh.
Oh, because it's like a snowball?
No,
How
well,
big
it's
is
like a
it?
volleyball because it's Summer Vacation Star Wars.
I have that downstairs and I want to go run and grab it. But...
Yeah, it's they show it with Darth Vader, so it's on that day.
Been good. I haven't opened my advent calendar yet.
Yeah, sorry, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Interesting.
But anyway,
that's
moving along. Another really cool one. Essentially, what is just Steve Irwin Lego minifig. This is I don't know the particular name. Just looks like he has a koala with him.
I think he's called Conservationist.
Yes, that makes sense.
And it does look just like Steve Irwin. I can't see
and
it.
he has a koala, which are native to Australia. So that's definitely got to be a reference there.
I love it.
Looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, looks like a new hair and hat mold that he's got.
I think it's from Dustin from Stranger Things.
You're right. It totally is. And I don't think they've reused it since then. So it's nice to get it again. Definitely a new mold with the koala. Really, really cool. And they can attach
1,000 of them.
Yeah, and they can attach to a bar because it's attached to that existing like leaf piece, I guess. And it's got some unique printing on his chest and then dual molded arms and then dual molded legs as well with a print that I think we've gotten before.
It looks like a really simple type of torso printing. Like it looks, I mean, from what we can see, part of it's obscured by the koala, but I mean, it looks like just green with,
with like a name tag.
I'd like to see like buttons or something, but otherwise it's fine.
The main draw here is the koala.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Exactly. I also like those pants look like ones that we've had before.
Yeah, they're definitely
molded
they're similar, but I don't think that they're
that's what I mean. They look like, I know they're not the same ones. They look very much like the ones that were not dual molded, that were all tan but had those pockets, I only say that because I just reorganized all my extra minifig parts the other day and I was like, oh, pants.
Yeah.
Honey, where are my pants?
Classic reference. Then we have the rocking horse girl, which obviously here there's a unique brand new rocking horse piece, which is super awesome. She's got like a unicorn on her torso. I don't know if that print is new. I'd assume it is.
Yeah.
And then some nice like pigtail hair.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like the rocking horse. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's so novel and unique. I mean, that's a really cool piece to create.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't see like a lot of applications for it, but I'm sure I can be surprised.
Yeah, be creative.
And then the next one is the newsboy. He has a very interesting face print. I don't know what he's in the middle of doing there, screaming or spitting or
I'm gonna get like 30 of those and do a recreation of Newsies, the musical.
He has, I think that it's a new unique hat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a traditional newsboy cap. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
so
looks
I think
cool.
so.
And he's got like those slingshot.
yeah. He has a
Shouting
slingshot,
extra.
and then his newspaper has a classic Lego policeman on it.
Oh.
Yep. And a
He
little
has
pat.
the mid legs with a nice patch on it, which I'm assuming is
Yeah.
probably a new print for the mid legs because the mid legs are relatively new.
Mhm.
And then using that Indiana Jones satchel as well.
So
Very cool.
he's set back in the olden days of Lego. Like,
Yeah, you could
going back.
Yes.
you could totally. This is very random. You could totally use that torso for like Nathan Drake from Uncharted. I don't
Oh
even play
yeah.
that game, but like that is what I think when I see that for some reason.
He's got those
Yeah.
brown suspenders and everything.
Yeah, it's very specific. And then moving along, I don't know the name of this lady, which is very, very interesting.
Maria
Yeah.
Bonnet.
Yeah.
Very
She
much
has
so,
a
yeah.
little chihuahua that she's holding.
Cute.
Very unique new hairpiece. That's like
Yeah, it's like a powdered wig.
yeah,
Not
powder
powdered.
wig basically.
Mhm.
She's in a full face of makeup. It looks a little bit odd, I'll say. And then this dress piece has definitely been used before, but it is not used normally. It's like a wide dress piece. We're typically used to one that just like goes back in the back and then there are no legs, but this one actually goes wider on both sides of the minifig and probably is like a 2x4 on the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely like a Victorian era type of style.
Yeah. Very interesting. This one I'll
used-
probably go ahead, Matt.
There we go. This queen.
Oh yeah. Is that 1x4 or 2x4?
It is a yep, 2x4.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this was the I think series 13 queen.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so it goes back in
Very-
the back as well? How does the
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
it
So
just
it's
kinda
flat
like-
in the front and larger on the back.
It almost looks like a Duplo piece.
Yeah, it
It
does.
Yeah.
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 So little in the middle, but she got much back. So.
All right. Moving along.
So yeah, her dress will be like very easy to feel in the packs.
Oh yeah.
It
That'd be
will
a
it
dead
now.
giveaway. There you go again.
And then moving on to our final fig, it is the Carrot Costume Fan. I don't know. I really love him. I love all
love
of the
him.
vegetables they've done so far. I don't have any of them except for the chili pepper.
Oh
But
my
this
God,
one is
they're so
super
good.
cool. Brand new molded piece that goes over the full minifig, and it is a carrot. Looks really great. Has grooves just like a carrot would. The sprouts at the top. He's holding a
Yep.
sign that says Farmers Market. I'm interested as to what's under and on his torso, because he does appear to have something under there, but it's obstructed by the carrot.
Yeah, some
Those
other
overalls.
two tones of green.
Yeah, it's also funny. His face
probably
is
overalls.
hilarious.
It's
that
so
he's doing
cute.
in this. It's like the details on his face, his mouth and chin specifically, make them look like grooves on a carrot.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very cute. You like this little chubby face.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love him.
and then
I
dual
think he's like-
molded legs as well.
I like to
Yeah,
think
that's
he's like the overzealous owner of like the local farmers market, and he's just like out there being like, "Hey, come and buy some beets
Get
and
the carrots.
stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, that's so fun.
yeah.
Every one of these is great.
yeah, that's gonna be all 12 of our
So
new
cool.
Series 24 minifigs, $5 a piece, just like they've always been. Nice to see that those are staying consistent in their
a bargain.
price.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, and a bargain. So that's a full set for
Yeah.
$60, which I honestly think is great. 12 minifigs for $60
Oh my God,
is
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
Well, and one of the nice things I've found with the Lego community is so often you've got people who are willing to trade if they had an extra of something. So if you're, I mean, if you want to must get it and open it yourself, then, then you're going to have to do that. But otherwise, if you're okay with somebody having opened it and said, whoops, that's the wrong one, then, you could trade. And, very often you'll be able to help each other out that way. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then moving right along, we got a couple more reveals. So these are going to be some more January 1st sets, the next wave of Super Mario sets. Sticking with a theme, the January 1st wave includes some type of toolbox. So like this set specifically, we'll take a closer look. Includes another Bowser Kid. I think at this point there are 2 that are still that need to be made, and I'm sure they will. But it's a lot of just like add-on pieces to add to your courses. I don't know if either of you guys have any of the Mario sets? Have you ever like played around with
Yeah.
them?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Just
you know, kind of put it away after you're done though. And
Yeah, I don't have the space to keep them. I have like
Yeah.
the characters on a shelf, but I've run out of space, and I still want them all.
Yeah.
So
I put all
This
the pieces from the starter kit and the other accessories and stuff that I bought. They're in they're in one of my tubs. I'm sure I'll get them back out at some point here. Make something
Yeah,
new.
this one has a lot of parts. These ones are great. Kids love these sets. They're great. And this basically just gives you a bunch more parts to add onto your course, make a longer course. Because all the sets are somewhat combinable. And as long as you like set up the time blocks throughout, because it only gives you a certain amount of time to run through the whole thing. But as long as you got time blocks throughout, you could theoretically make a super, super long course and have it go on forever. So these ones are always nice to add to it. And then moving along, we have a nice expansion pack for the Mario. We'll get a closer look at this one. Has some nice translucent burp pieces or trans blue burp pieces, which look really cool. Another what looks like new part in this, like I want to say that's like 6x6, like this weird. What is that?
I don't know.
Looks like 6x10 or
Is that a new
the flip
part?
thing 6x8.
Oh, definitely. Like it's
Oh yeah,
two,
6x6
It's a
square.
6x6.
I see that, and then
but
you've got the
it's 2
tiles
plates
inside.
thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
And
got
it has
texture.
this like ice texture on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a frozen lake. Now, to clarify, also, if you are listening and didn't know what a burp was, that's an acronym, as we use a lot of acronyms in the LEGO community.
Yeah.
Burp is Big Ugly Rock Piece. And then you have actually a kind of another category that's related. That's a LERP, which is a large ugly rock piece, and they kind of go from there. So just wanted to make sure we clarified that.
Yeah. So this is the expansion set. It has an Ice Mario suit. So that's
Love
an
that.
iconic upgrade from the game where Mario can shoot
Yes.
ice at the characters.
I love that tree.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
And sticking with a theme, I think this is the one like biome they really haven't touched is like ice. We have the Fliprous Snow Adventure expansion pack. I'm not too familiar with some of these more obscure enemies. Like I don't know who Fliprous is. I don't know what game he's in. But a lot of trans blue, a lot of cool things going on. That piece I think appears again back there that the Koopa's on. So that'll be interesting to see. I don't believe Mario has a reaction to the color blue quite yet, so it'll be interesting to see what the fig does.
Water.
Oh, I'm assuming that
Right.
light blue. Sorry, I should have clarified.
Light blue. No, yeah.
The light blue, I'm assuming they'll make some sort of update and it'll be like ice or something. He'll make noises like he's slipping. The Mario fig is very impressive. It can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Very cool in the environment. It kind of reacts to everything that you do with it.
Yeah. And then our second to last Mario set is the Lava Wave Ride expansion set. Looks very cool. Uses some roller coaster track. And I'm assuming you put Mario, Luigi, or Peach. Yeah. On this center bit right here. And he'll have a whole thing that he does as you swing him back and forth. Very, very interesting. Is that a hammer bro with a fireball?
Fireball bro.
Fireball bro? Yeah, not too familiar with some of the more obscure enemies that they're now getting into. And then finally, this one's a very funny one. This is Conqueror's Noggin Bopper expansion set. So this one is they've been doing these like weird expansion sets where it's not like a full-on thing, but it's also not like a little like outfit. So like they've previously done a shoe and then like one of the wind-up pipes, and this seems to be among that kind of realm of thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't even know what game it's from.
Yeah, I recognize him more than some of the more obscure ones, but I think he's an Odyssey.
I feel like I've seen him more just in like the Super Mario Party game where you have to, like, guess the sound that it makes, and he goes like
That's
yeah,
probably what it is then.
I guess
Yeah.
they are taking characters from like some of the more like
Yeah.
non like
Yeah.
traditional like side-scrolling Mario games. So yeah,
Mhm.
like they have Mario Party characters, I guess. Yeah. So he's
Yeah,
very cool.
there's 2 more Mario related releases on January 1st. Did you get those ones in your queue?
So like those are the only ones I found on Lego's website.
Oh yeah, no, they're the creativity toolbox maker.
Oh yeah,
wait.
that was the
And then
yeah.
they also have the Series 6
Ah
figures.
yes, the figures. I guess the figures
Yeah.
aren't on the website. But
Had we
yes,
covered?
the
No, they are now. They are now. But
oh
had we covered the creativity toolbox maker set yet?
yeah, well
Yeah.
that was the
We
first
did.
one.
Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Pfft, where's my
Come on,
brain? Yeah.
Thomas.
I know. Sorry.
Just
Where
because
is
you're
yeah,
the
no.
oldest one here.
Series 6 character packs are on the
Yeah.
website though,
Yeah.
and those
See
have
if we
some
can
really
find
cool
them.
ones.
I
in them.
love them.
Yes.
That's my bad. It didn't. I always go to the new buy section, and these were not in there.
Yeah, I went to new and then I filtered by not released.
So yeah, similarly to the CMFs, Mario, ever since it started, has been getting these one-off packs. They started much smaller. They all
Mhm.
used to be like the size of this Goomba right here, and that would be the entire thing. And they used to come in bags, and that was for like the first 3 series. They did that, and then they transitioned these into boxes, and they got significantly bigger. So let's go through these. There's just what is it? They only do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, set 8 of these. As opposed to 12, since they are getting a bit bigger.
There used to be 10.
Yeah, there did used to be 10 when they were small and in the bags. Now that they've gotten a lot bigger, I think they've moved away from doing all 10. And then again, I'm not going to know the specific names of all these. So if you guys know the name, you want to chime in. But I think for the most part,
I mean, I'm just very excited about Birdo.
yes,
don't know, it's like
Birdo
a
is
cat.
the main
Goomba.
highlight. This looks like
Yeah.
Cat Goomba, I guess.
I don't know.
There's a couple of them there. That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. This is just an inkling, right?
Isn't that a
Yeah. Are those inky?
Inky or
a
whatever.
It's not a blooper. Oh,
Or blue.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Well,
No,
whatever
it is,
one
it's
of the
cute.
games there was Inky and Blinky were a couple. Of
Yeah,
characters,
but
maybe
I
I
think
don't
the
know.
that's
highlight,
Pac-Man.
because I think we've gotten these
Oh,
this
gosh
guy
darn it, yeah.
before.
Ooh.
Pac-Man. Because I think we've gotten this guy before, but I think the
Yeah.
highlight here is these
Babies.
little babies. which are
They're
very
so
cool.
cute.
Unfortunately, those aren't going to be the scannable part of this, but
Yeah.
still interesting. Then there's this guy. I don't know what his name is or what
I
his
forget
deal
what he's
is,
called, but I've seen him before.
but
Great
he
guy.
seems like he does his thing, and he's got a little spike block there to fend off Mario, even though that probably won't help him.
Yeah.
Then we have my boy Green
I love
Toad
him.
just chilling,
My guy.
relaxing on the
He's
beach.
relaxing with a
A
little
little
palm.
wave has come up there, but he couldn't be bothered. He's having a good old time. Doesn't even have his eyes open.
Fun.
I'm probably gonna have him hang out by my Barracuda Bay.
Oh man.
Oh,
that's-
that'd be great. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
The Toads of Barracuda Bay.
And then this guy, I think his name is like Sumo or something. He had like a whole set kind of dedicated
Yeah.
to him already.
He did last time, yeah.
So
That's cool.
he's very, very cool looking. And then don't know what this guy is called either, but he's been in a set
He
before.
has.
I actually have the
Like the
set
arm
that he
plant
was
guy.
in. Arm plant guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I think the highlight here is Birdo.
Birdo.
Yeah.
I gotta
Everybody
get Birdo.
knows Birdo.
Yeah.
So, and if you have Yoshi, you need Birdo.
Mhm.
And then finally, Ice Bro, I guess. These are, dude, they look like Hammer Bros, but they don't have any hammers. So
Well,
Yeah, he's throwing like an ice energy thing.
the theme of those enemies is that they're like the most obnoxious in the game. Like the Hammer Bros are so hard to get past, but there's also the Fireball Bros and the Ice Bros. They were in
they
some of
just
the
don't stop throwing stuff at you.
new Super Mario Bros. Games.
I remember being stuck on like the Hammer Bros level where you first encounter him in
Oh
the
my
original
God.
Super Mario for like weeks.
And there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
The one where there's the 2 of them?
sucks.
Oh,
yeah.
so
That was impossible.
And then think quickly, because we've been on the news for a while now.
Yeah.
Quickly, let's just go over these friend sets. We got the Heart Lake Downtown Diner. These are part of the new wave of friend sets. They feature a whole new wave of characters. We'll look at the big one. They also go to a traditional box size as well, which I want to point out. But we also have the hair salon, the dog rescue center, and then I think that's it for friends right now. We'll just quickly look at one so we can show off
Autumn's house is on there.
Yeah, is Autumn's house.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
that one
among
I
them.
like a lot.
It has
Yeah,
some
so-
good characters and good pieces.
That's one I
Let's
kind of
look at-
actually want.
Yeah.
Spell Autumn, apparently.
You.
Let me just.
Yeah.
It'll be under here. I think my wish list, which is what I know. Yep, my wish list got messed up and removed stuff when I refreshed the page.
Oh no.
So that's why the packs weren't there, because I knew I added them. But all right, Autumn's house. Yeah, Autumn's house looks really nice and has some nice
It
builds.
really does.
But yeah, that's that new box art. They've gotten rid of that weird like divot that's in
Yeah, they had those
the sides of the box.
Yeah.
So this hopefully, I don't know, the reboot, I hope makes it feel more appealing to like everybody and not
accessible,
just like for the girls. So
Yeah, guys, I mean, I feel like it was not marketed toward, boys at all, really. And I feel like they've taken some good strides to say like this could be for, kids of any type here. They've revamped the logo. They've made the packaging include more teal rather than the purple that it predominantly had before. Changed the shape of the box. And then this group of friends has the original core group that has been there since the inception of the theme, but they have aged up to a more of an adult age, and these are their kids who are now the primary characters. And so that's what's kind of
Yes.
interesting about it.
Yes, really, really cool. Yeah, so those are the new Friends sets, some January 1st releases.
Indeed. The hair salon has some interesting pieces too, with the clear roof pieces that are rounded. I think those are neat.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can't think of a set where I've seen those before, but
And then real fast, I'll mention Black Friday is obviously in 2 days. We mentioned all the gift with purchases that are going to be happening on our last episode, so go listen to that. But do know if you're listening to this maybe like a week from now, all this stuff is going to be gone. Lego will also be running some Black Friday sales. None of them, in my opinion, are notable enough to tell you guys, but just know that you might be able to find some weird, maybe sets you weren't wanting on maybe 30% or 20%. But since they're just not the most notable thing, we're just not going to mention them. But do know that if you do go to your store this Friday, maybe you're trying to get the Eiffel Tower, you might see some stuff on sale. But I do want to point out this awesome sale. Yes. Walmart online, $50 for the Galaxy Explorer. That's an unbeatable deal. I'm going to get another one so I can maybe do some alternate builds and do a review on those.
Why the heck did I pay full price?
Yeah.
Oh man, I cannot overstate my excitement on that.
Oh, but it's honestly one of the best sets of the year.
That's the resounding thing that I have heard, honestly.
So good. If you haven't gotten it yet, get it.
Yes.
As Woody said in Toy Story, if you don't have one, get one.
Right.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah, that was the moving buddy scene. Everybody needs a moving buddy in the beginning of Toy Story. I remember it so fondly because in all the the VHS previews of other movies that were coming out, they would talk about, and coming soon to VHS was going to be Toy Story, and you can get your copy in your stores today. If you don't have one, get one. They would play that review. Anyway, shut up, Thomas. Jeez.
We need like a Thomas's old little like clip to play whenever he does
Sound
this.
clip.
But I think that is pretty much going to wrap it up for the news this week.
It's a
lots
lot
of reveals. It'll probably continue to be like this over the next month or so. It's going to be a lot of reveals.
This is reveal season.
I want to say last year there was over 200 new sets. So I don't think we've even hit the 100 mark yet in terms of reveals. So they're going to be coming. They're going to be coming.
Excellent.
But that brings us to the element of the week. So I feel like I haven't been able to do this in a while because
you haven't.
Just I know we didn't do one last week and just because of everything's been, but it is nice to be back. So because this is a very special time here in the US, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We thought it would be appropriate that the element of the week this week is the turkey.
Yay.
No, not this turkey. This turkey.
The one that's been cooked.
The one, dark.
It's been cooked.
You didn't hear anything, my sweet child. I'm covering his ears. Yes. So specifically thank you, Thomas, for showing the different various
Yeah.
forms that the turkey has taken.
Yes.
We're talking about the turkey body because you don't have the whole turkey without the turkey body, but the turkey legs are actually separate detachable pieces from the body. Now, this is actually one of the oldest molded Lego foods. The only foods that I could find that were older than the turkey were the baguette, released in 1982, and the ice cream scoops, released in 1995. But in 1997, they released this turkey along with the apple, I believe. But, this is a very nice big feast for a Lego minifigure. The turkey first appeared in this earth orange color that unfortunately I believe is no longer made. And maybe if you guys know differently, you can fact check me, but I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
believe.
this is
Yeah, no,
no.
I don't think so. I
If you're
think
looking, yep.
I think
Yes,
the new color essentially replaced the old one.
Dark orange,
right,
yeah.
Yeah.
right. So this actually first appeared in the theme Scala. Now, for anybody who is not familiar with Scala, this is something that Lego kind of was trying in the 90s where they were like, well, let's try to appeal to a female audience. And what do girls like? Well, girls like dolls. They don't like these building toys. So they made like these vaguely construction sets that had dolls. And I don't really know if they were popular or if they were kind of like way off the mark there.
I have one
Um,
pulled up here actually that has the turkey in it.
wow.
Check this
Okay.
out. Like this, you
Oh,
would not even
let's get
believe this
Thomas
is a
pulled up.
Lego set. Sorry, we got all the ring lights and stuff here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
That's a Lego set. That's Scala.
it is. Now,
Like
I don't know.
what?
I think that there are people who did really like Scala. Certainly not putting that down or anything. It's just that
No.
Lego definitely has made better strides since then in creating building sets that appeal to girls because, obviously we've learned a lot.
They've tried a lot of things.
They
They've tried
really
a lot of things
have.
lately. I mean, let's not talk about Galador for a minute.
Oh, geez. They've tried so many things over the years. But what really was great about Scala is that they did introduce a lot of elements that, while they did go with this sort of non-Lego thing that Scala was doing, are still part of the Lego system. So you can see this turkey, the neck part, which I think is kind of funny, actually is like it's a bar clip. So you could have a minifigure pick that up and hold the entire turkey. But this comes in 2 colors. Originally, it came in that earth orange color in 4 sets, and then it was later released in the dark orange color in 14 sets. You're jumping the gun there, giving us a preview. But so this is a notable usage. Here it is appearing in the Friends apartment set very recently, where it's being used to recreate this very iconic scene from Friends,
That is one of my
appropriately for Thanksgiving.
favorites. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I really wish that for this set they had, I don't know, maybe like printed the turkey with sunglasses and like put a fez on
Oh
top,
man.
like a cut.
Yes.
I don't know. It would have been funny if they had found, or even like made like they never would have done this, but if they
I
made like a molded head for Monica.
to say it would have needed to be like a mask that you could put over top of the minifig head,
Yeah.
which would have been absolutely amazing, to be quite honest.
Yes.
But that's still pretty cool.
It is. I'm glad that at the very least the turkey is in that set to
Oh, it needed
sort
to
of
be.
make.
Yeah.
Yep. But I just in general I love this piece because it really adds this level of extravagance to your Lego builds and your Lego feasts. It's so real. As a kid, I remember seeing that and thinking it was so freaking cool because at the time my minifigures were eating like the flat round the pizzas like that was printed and
Yeah, or a baguette
yeah.
maybe.
Or a bag. I don't think I had any
Yeah.
baguettes. That
No?
when we were I was a kid, that was a luxury. It was included in
It
like
was.
it was included in Belleville sets and Scout. Like it wasn't really available
Yeah,
in
true.
most system sets. Now there's a lot more variety as to what you can eat in Lego. I did want to quickly talk about the drumsticks themselves because, when researching this, I found it interesting that the body itself has remained consistent since 1997. The drumsticks have gone through a lot of different changes, different variations in the actual length of the drumstick leg, different variations in what the underside looks like when you connect it to the turkey. But the currently available version is the 22 millimeter with an oval opening on the back for anybody who's nerdy enough to want to know what the Bricklink catalog says about Lego pieces. But that particular drumstick is available in 44 sets and 1 book. So you can see the drumstick, the drumstick that attaches to the turkey, much more widely available than the base that connects them to make the whole turkey.
That doesn't surprise me. They could include it in
Yeah,
all kinds of sets where you just want somebody eating a drumstick, you know?
I know. But that is the notable usage that I wanted to highlight. If we could move along. Also, this is a set that was released a couple years back to when they were doing all of these seasonal sets that came out. There was a Halloween set, and I think there was another like a Christmas set that year. But this is the one
Yeah.
we got good old grandma and grandpa having a little turkey feast in their kitchen with a pie and a bottle of wine and a turkey. And what else do you need for Thanksgiving?
I just
So
want to make a correction here for anybody who's watching the visual. You know, I got it. It's not. It didn't come out in the year 2015.
oh boy.
Whoopsie. That's 2015. That was 2015.
You know, it's funny, Thomas. I never would have noticed that if you hadn't mentioned it.
Yeah.
That's
They had a Thanksgiving feast polybag 2 years earlier too.
They did.
It had the similar stuff, but I like this one better because it has like the wall of the kitchen, which is fun.
What's cool about this, I used to have the set and I sold it because I don't know, I
Oh.
was dumb. You can actually turn it around, and they did detailing on like the outside, like the wall of the house.
Wow.
It's nice. It's a nice touch. Yeah, they use like the masonry bricks.
Oh, cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's very cool. But that would be a notable Thanksgiving set. So I have a favorite set that this part came in, and I 100% meant to send you a picture of this, but that's okay. My favorite set that uses the turkey is the Parisian restaurant modular building.
I wondered if that might be it.
Yeah. I tried to think of an unusual piece usage because, with the element of the week, we're trying to come up with some unique ways to use elements. It's a little bit hard with these sort of seasonal holiday themed ones because I don't know. I don't really see anybody using the turkey as a spaceship. Like, I guess you could.
Oh, challenge accepted.
There's connection points. Maybe you could pull it off, but for the most part, it's a turkey.
I think I've like I very rarely see it, but every once in a while I'll look at like Lego builds that I think a lot of times are made like structural stability, not even a thought whatsoever. Like they're solely just trying to create and capture something. But I've seen the turkey mostly hidden and just like kind of the backside of it been exposed on certain things just to create like, I want to say like different animals and like realistic like textures and stuff to make like skin and like just like weird wrinkles and stuff.
Neat. All right.
Yeah.
I see people can get super creative.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I picked the Parisian restaurant just because it's a set that really helped me get back into Lego. And I think it's the perfect place for this element to appear in. It's such a beautiful set, even 8 years later.
It's in that set?
It is.
Yeah,
It's in the kitchen.
Restaurant. Yeah.
It is. That is the main menu. These two lovely people are eating an entire turkey.
Oh, nice.
Wow, by themselves? Jeez.
I don't know how the chef cooked it. It doesn't fit in his oven, but somehow he pulled this off.
Oh man!
I mean, that was me. So
I liked it in the medieval market village way
Also
back in
a great place.
2009. That was a good touch in there.
It is a great place. That was one of those sets that I really wish I had gotten and just
Same. Always wanted that one.
I didn't get it. Yeah,
all right.
Ethan, unless you have any other comments on the turkey, that'll wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, other than what I was saying earlier, I mean, it's great as a turkey.
It really is.
I mean,
it does the
who
job.
doesn't like a Lego turkey? I mean, it's just great. Just great. Throw them all over your Lego city. I have like a bunch of them. I kind of just like impulsively buy them. I guess that's a fun fact about the turkey for me. I'll impulsively buy a Lego turkey if I see it. I just think they're cool.
Real quick sidebar. You guys ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Oh yes, I did.
You remember the chicken from outer space?
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then how he gets like fried and he comes back and it's like literally like a fried chicken.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
that was such a
picturing them
weird show.
making an army of like the zombie turkeys like come back to life to like
Oh my god.
terrorize
you
the
could
Thanksgiving feast.
probably easily attach
Wow.
something to that clip on the top
100%.
and have it walk
100%.
on the chicken legs.
Oh, jeez.
It's my
See,
build for next Thanksgiving.
I was just thinking of doing like a mock with almost like a hen, like yard where there's some turkeys ambling about, like the real ones, and then like hide a cooked one in there somewhere.
Yeah.
A little
I
morbid.
love it. A bit, but
I think that brings us to our main segment.
that's right.
Indeed. Hey, look at that. The LEGOsgiving special.
Oh.
Yes. Or Bricksgiving, maybe I should have called it. Maybe that's a little easier to say.
Bricksgiving, Lego bricking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where'd you find
Yeah.
that turkey, Thomas?
I just Googled it. I Googled Lego
Ah.
turkey.
Hey, that's a Lego turkey, all right.
Wanted to
Yeah, it
sneak
is.
him in there in our profiles.
Yeah, right. It's a new member of the podcast.
Yeah. And your thoughts? Oh gosh.
Eat more chicken.
Oh shit. Thanks, Chick-fil-A.
Boy. All right. What are we doing?
God only knows at this point.
Wow.
So what we did for today is we just kind of put together a couple of talking points to round out our conversation, because in the United States we've got, it's a holiday time right now, and it's a time for eating too much food and seeing people you probably don't want to see, and then doing shopping. So what could be more American than that? But
Exactly.
Everybody I'm going to see tomorrow.
did I sum it up pretty well? No.
You did. You forgot
Yeah.
the drinking and the football.
Yes, that's of course, yeah. I forgot.
Both kinds of football
Yeah.
this time of year, because the
Yeah.
World
That's
Cup is
true, yeah.
happening as
How
well.
about that?
Exactly. So a couple of questions that we put together for us to kind of think about, and for you, the viewers and listeners, to think about also. So Lego has created numerous different themes over the years, whether they were in-house ones or whether they were licensed properties. Some of them were successful, some of them not so much. But out of all the original and licensed themes that Lego has had over the years, what theme are you most thankful was made? Matt, you want to start us off?
Sure, I will gladly give us a start. So for me, I instantly went straight to my theme, and that is Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I'm kind of considering that like one joint theme under the same umbrella.
I would too.
They're like sub themes of the same thing. So
Yes.
Same IP.
Definitely. Yep.
exactly. I love
Tolkien.
Lord of the Ring. I love Tolkien. Tolkien actually is my favorite writer. I've been rereading a lot of his work recently. I've been reading him for years, and
Yeah.
it's very special to me that this is something that I feel like on paper it doesn't seem like Lego would make. There are definitely much more violent IPs out there, but still Lord of the Rings has violence. There's still a lot of adventure and sometimes scary themes, sword fighting, blood, orcs, war. I mean, war is like a big topic throughout that. So to me, it's very surprising that that is something that Lego wanted to make, because it just seems like they wouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
the sets, I mean, so detailed. We had a lot of great minifigures, a lot of really great colors, varieties. Still, to this day, I feel they're not complete. Maybe there are some things that could have been made as sets and weren't, but I think that what's there is really great. And I look back on those sets really fondly, both The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. So that's my theme that I'm grateful for. I kind of just thought of this off the top of my head, and I don't know how you guys feel, but like that would be my favorite IP license theme. If I were to pick a theme, an in-house theme that I'm grateful for, I'd have to go with the original Knights Kingdom, because I loved Castle as a kid. I know, right?
Yeah.
As a kid, Castle was my thing. I loved Lego Castle. I had some of the older Lego Castle sets, and there really wasn't a lot available to me when I was a kid. So if it weren't for that Knights Kingdom set, like I would not have, maybe I wouldn't love Lego as much as I did today, because there would not have been a castle for me to want as a kid that was still available. So
That's very true.
Big personal connection, and that I'm really thankful for. But
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Well, I would just say first off that I would agree with you that the Lord of the Rings is too short-lived of a theme. There's so much more to it that even like I can think of so many other scenes and locations. I love location-based sets, and I mean, you got there's too much to even put into words, you know. And honestly, one of my favorite authors of all time ever as well. Just really, there's so much to it. I would love to see that come back, but I don't know what kind of licensing they'd have to work out at this point. So, or if that's even something they're interested in, because it's not like it's running now or anything, unless they get a
Well,
remake
they
or
have
something.
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, yeah, but
I know, but this is a whole different thing,
It doesn't seem like it's
and
hitting in the same way.
yeah, it's a whole other discussion too, honestly. Well,
Mm.
and honestly, because they're talking about stuff that happened in the Silmarillion, but they only have the rights to be able to talk about stuff that happened in the appendices
Yeah.
of Lord of the Rings. So,
It's
and
wild.
actually, like as J.R.R. Tolkien kind of fleshed out his ideas for that era, some of that stuff changed and evolved as he wrote more content about it. So it's interesting to see that there were some variations there. But hey, that's for another time.
We could have a whole Tolkien pod, honestly,
Ah,
and it would just
and we
Hey,
really
for
could
the
have a Lord of the Rings episode.
we could
Yeah.
put it in the notes for the future.
Notes. Okay. Captain's log. Okay. Brick Chef, why don't you share on your answer for that?
Yeah, so this was an easy, very, very easy pick for me. Lego Ideas is gotta be like one of the best themes. It transcends in-house in IP. It just allows for anything to be a Lego set. It's my favorite theme by a long shot, and I mean, just because of that, I'm thankful for it. But more so, just like the opportunity that it gives so many people to just be able to design something and submit it and get votes and have people get behind something you created, and then the possibility of that becoming a real actual Lego set is so amazing, and it's something that no other theme can offer by default, because no other theme will ever take somebody else's design. You can submit stuff all you want, but the design team is who comes up with stuff for other themes. But Ideas, it's entirely fan driven. The designers obviously go in and make sure the models are sound and can be put together and easy for a mass market to consume, but it's all fan submissions 100% of the time. So it's just such an amazing theme for so many reasons and in so many ways. I think it's just so awesome.
I love how
I
that
think
puts
it's
it like in the hands of the of the fans in a lot of ways. It allows for so much creativity to really come into reality. That's amazing. I interrupted you, Manigus.
No, it's okay. I probably interrupted you before the thought exited the mouth. I think it's incredible that Ideas is still running as long as it has. You guys remember Lego Factory?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Which Chris Giddens and Fleet
And
North
yeah.
they had their sets designed through that, and that was like a big feat for Lego. It was too much at the time for them to have anybody to be able to design a set and have it made.
I don't know if you remember, Matt, but like when that was a thing, they had a whole system where you went in and designed a set, and like it was a horrible program.
I did it. I did it once. I did.
But
Wow.
if you could spend a good, it was expensive, but they would produce your set and make it for you, and it'd be a one-off thing, and they would send you your Lego set that you made in like a box. And yeah, I just don't think it was sustainable for them.
No. But it's amazing that they've been able to basically take that concept and bring it to something that actually is much more, I guess, doable. I guess much more feasible.
And then even when it started too, it was just called Kuso, and it was a very limited thing. Both original sets were Japanese exclusive sets, limited to 10,000 of each.
Because Kuso is a Japanese company that they collaborated with.
Yep, and they were both Japanese related space sets. One of them was called the Hayabusa, which I believe is a Japanese satellite, and then the other was some type of something that Japanese space organization launched into the sky. And it ended up launching into a couple more. I think there were 5 Kuso sets. The first 2 being very exclusive, hard to get. Then there was the DeLorean. The 4th one is escaping me, and then the final one was the Minecraft Micro World, which was the start of the Minecraft theme. That's the
Mars
other
rover.
Yes, I believe the NASA Mars rover was in the first 5, and it was in Kuso. But yeah, no, like the whole Minecraft theme came from ideas. It
Yep.
Wow, I
wouldn't.
didn't realize that.
It's the micro world was classified as a Kuso set, the original one, and it spawned 3 predecessors. There were 3 more micro worlds after that, and those were so popular that they launched the entire Minecraft theme.
Wow.
Still running to this day.
Yep.
Massive.
Yeah. True.
Ideas. I mean, ideas. I think it's capable again. I mean, like the Friends Central Perk set was so popular that Icons was like, we'll do a Friends apartment set. I
Mhm.
mean, and I think they could potentially do sequels to a lot of idea sets.
They could.
Sesame Street is one I would specifically love to see an extension to, and I think they totally could. And then another thing, sometimes the stuff is so popular, they'll do keychains with it. Sesame Street got keychains.
Friends.
Friends got keychains. Ideas is just so special, and the power that it holds, I think, is unlike anything else that any other Lego theme has. It's just such a amazing thing. And yeah, like you said, Matt, it's such a new theme, but I think it's only just getting started. This past year, we had 7 idea sets come out, which was crazy.
The one thing I worry about is that they're getting bigger and bigger, and I do miss the days where there were $30 to $40 idea sets. Like there was a day when a $60 idea set was expensive. Like the Doctor Who set, I remember. I'm still disappointed they haven't done more with Doctor Who. But
no.
Yeah. So I do hope that they continue to maybe have variety with the size so that you still get the really big, like Barracuda Bay type sets, but then like the smaller, like the original DeLorean.
Yeah, no, I think we're getting to a point where ideas can get waves of sets. Instead of a release every 2 or 3 months, we do like a wave of 5 sets, and 2 of them are really large. 2 of them are really large. 2 of them, maybe one of them's like medium size, and then you have like 2 small ones.
There are so many great ideas.
I'm looking at the year's summary on Bricklink on that, and it has grown a lot. I mean, from in 2017 they released 4, 2018 4, 2019 6, 2020 6, 2021 8, and then this year 9. So they're obviously
9
ramping
this
it up.
year. Wow.
9 according to the list on there. But for me, I mean, the theme itself started during my dark age, and so I really I didn't realize what it was until later on, after getting back into Lego, even what the deal was with it, and then finding out about the fan submission process and everything. And I thought it was so cool.
It got me back in essentially. When I went, it was, I think, my junior year of high school, my mom on a whim got tickets to a Lego convention, more so for my little brother who was like 7 at the time. And she just got me a ticket too, because she knew I liked it as a kid. And I found a sealed Lego Ideas Yellow Submarine set. And I was like, this exists? Like they make this?
Yeah.
And I bought it, and I was like, that was like the slow start. It wasn't, I didn't start immediately buying. Yeah, that set is amazing.
I love this.
But I just like remember like picking it up and was like, what? Like the Beatles? Like, huh? Like when I played with this last, it was just Star Wars and then My Hero Factory. What? And then I saw, I was like, what does this ideas thing mean? I looked it up. I like got into the rabbit hole, got on the Lego YouTube. It was crazy. And it was just from that set.
Very cool.
But yeah, I think Thomas, it's definitely
yeah. So for me, I got to be the basic boy here and say, for me, it's Star Wars is my favorite Lego theme that I'm most grateful for, just because there is, like, out of all the themes that are in existence now, it's been running for so long, and there are so darn many sets to choose from. I don't know. It's one of those that, like, I don't know, I've had a deep and long love of Star Wars, and then like pairing that with my love of Lego, they just go hand in hand. So there's just, I don't know. I mean, you can see behind me, there's so many iconic scenes to create, and I honestly want to see Lego dive into other things, like other parts of the series and of the shows and the movies than what they have, because they've done a lot where they've like regurgitated previous ideas, and we get land speeder after land speeder after land speeder and TIE fighter after TIE fighter. And it's like, I mean, we got two almost identical Death Star final duels. Like, why? But that's neither here nor there. The point is, it's a thing that has been important to me, and that has been really motivating for me, and it was a big motivating factor for me getting back into Lego too, honestly, because I mean, I told this before, but rediscovering this stuff basically through social media in 2020, and seeing it on TikTok, and seeing people show their like 2000, like late 2000s Republic gunship, and be like, I got the original one. I didn't know they made other ones. Like, I was way off of, like, I didn't follow Lego for a long time. And so seeing other people enjoying Lego Star Wars, and me being like, I love that. And it just brought me right back in. And as you can see, it's continued for a long time here. But I also will echo, Matt, with your in-house theme enjoyment of Knight's Kingdom. That was an incredibly important theme for me in my childhood also. And I still have King Leo's castle behind me. Well, it's to my side over here. But yeah, I absolutely loved that. I have fond memories with some of my friends at the time, putting our castle sets together. And we even did like a school project where we had to create some kind of medieval thing, and we broke apart a bunch of castle pieces and made one big castle. And I don't think we all have the same pieces we did at the start, but it was so, yeah, that's a theme that, like you said, it's like I may not have been as into it if they didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the chrome swords, and just like so much fun stuff. And one of my favorite minifigs came out of Knight's Kingdom also. I'm gonna show it. This is Princess Storm.
I love Princess Storm.
Yeah, like this first woman bad A knight in the Lego Kingdoms. I mean, she just looks so cool. I loved the printing on the torso for this breastplate, and the little, you get the feather in there. And I this is my favorite type of Lego Knight's helmet as well. The type that has this vent piece that comes down. So cool. Yeah, got the.
This was one of my favorite minifigures too in that game, Queen Leonora.
Yeah. So cool. So
don't have any plastic minifigs.
Very important to me. So yeah,
this is like the treasured stand
oh my gosh.
of like some of the most important ones.
Exactly.
Just some of them. There's so many more, but this is like the ones that stand out.
You got the Spirus robot on there. I love that. Yeah.
See the guy on the top right?
I have him too.
Top.
You talking about the UFO guy, right?
I don't know any of their proper names. But
that
guy
guy
on the top right, he's caught my eye. His hat, yes.
This guy.
Yeah, his helmet.
This is a Zotaxian.
Does he have a normal minifig head under there?
He does, and it actually has a print on it.
Oh,
was it the gray helmet or the black helmet?
The gray helmet. I don't
know. I've got more gray
name,
ones here.
What its name is, but
there are black ones too. But yeah, these are awesome.
Cool. I think this is the guy.
Very, very cool.
I flexed on Mikey Brickman with this guy.
Yes, you did.
I love him.
That. Yes.
Yeah. But great. They made so many cool minifigs back in those days. We got this lady, this very
busty princess,
well endowed lady. Yeah.
Islander. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the classic Star Wars figs, you gotta respect.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Respect on Boba Fett with that one molded helmet and jetpack combo.
It's my little this is just my like nerdgasm shelf here.
The bleachers of nostalgia.
This will never be referred to as anything else other than the bleachers of nostalgia.
It's a key location.
A key location in my display.
Yes. Well, also Lego as a company has had to make a lot of difficult decisions over its years, from changing their colors, as probably a lot of you know, but maybe some of you don't. They changed from their old formulation of gray and brown to new versions of that, which was at the time extremely divisive in the community. A lot of people walked away from Lego at that time because they thought, I have all these bricks in old gray and I got to replace it with a new one. Well, guess what? The new one looks way better by comparison. So much. There's a bluish tint to it, but it looks brighter and doesn't look dingy. The other stuff looks dingy by comparison. But they've had to make a lot of decisions like that, changing their colors, retiring certain elements and introducing other ones. Like, yeah, that revolving door panel one that used to be in a lot of
Mm,
castle sets. They don't make that anymore. So when I made a mock castle that included a fireplace, I had to design out of bricks how to make a rotating door. Tough.
yours
And
is
then
better.
also, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like it. It was a lot more pieces though. And then also like changing from Legoland being part of Lego to actually selling it off to the what was it, Merlin Entertainment, I believe is the name of the
Yeah.
company. So a lot of tough decisions they've had to make over the years, but a lot of them that I think have improved the company for the better. What change that Lego has made throughout the years are you most thankful for? Ethan, you want to start us off?
Yeah. Going back to Star Wars, their decision to start taking on intellectual properties as
Mm,
sets, and I know we all love our classic and in-house themes, but I don't know, I feel like that decision was big for them, that they
It's huge.
decided to go and do Star Wars as an IP, and it just opened up a lot of doors for them, as we can clearly see now. Like half
Mhm.
their products are related to an IP.
It probably saved the company, to be honest, in a lot of
yeah,
ways.
Yeah. So that's
probably
got to
more
be
so than
my
Bionicle.
mine right there.
Bionicle. Oh boy. What about you, Matt?
So for me, it's has to go back to the introduction of the modern minifigure. The
Hmm.
minifigure as we know it first came about in 1978. Before then, they tried a lot of different things for what they wanted the figure to look like. Originally, they had something that resembled the modern torso, but the arms were just kind of like etched on, if you
Mhm.
could say.
Yeah,
Like
they were
they
like,
didn't, yeah, they like that. They didn't move. The
yeah.
legs was one piece that didn't move, and the heads weren't printed. And in 1978, that changed with the minifigure that we know it, with the movable arms and legs. And of course, minifigures have gone through so many changes since then. They've added all kinds of different moldings, prints, details, you name it. But we wouldn't be where we are today if it weren't for that classic minifigure. And
That's
I
true.
think that you could go to anybody who knows what Lego is, and who ask them what a Lego minifigure looks like, and you'd get something like that classic smile face,
Yeah.
basic, iconic Lego look. And what I really have gravitated to and connected with most with Lego over the years is minifigures. I've often said that if some horrible, cruel person told me that I had to give up all my Lego, but I could keep just one part of my collection, I'd be like, all right, if I have to give it all up, fine, but let me keep all of my minifigures, because is the that's what I love about this hobby, is collecting
Yeah.
minifigures. I love how many different varieties and styles there are, and just how many different ways that they've come about. So I'm most grateful for that.
Yeah. I love that.
How about you, Thomas?
For me, it is Lego's intentional shift in recent years to making things more inclusive
Mm,
and trying to be respectful of all different types of people. And their shift with friends is really indicative of that. They're putting together the Everyone is Awesome set. There have been a lot of intentional moves that they have made to try to promote inclusivity. They had in the last CMF run, well, 22 actually, they did the racer wheelchair guy, and they've
mhm.
done so many different you know things that I don't think that they would have done 10 years ago. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. So I love it. I love that we're seeing so much more out there. The foosball table that has the character with the I can't remember what the yes, thank you. So yeah, there's a lot of things that they've done, because I mean Lego is for everyone, and that's why they originally went with the yellow face, because they didn't want it to represent a particular type of race or whatever,
Right.
and they were trying to not be you know trying to not cause anybody to feel excluded at that point. But when they introduced the flesh tones,
Yeah.
it opened another. It's like it solved a problem, but also caused other problems,
It
and
opened a can
so
of worms, you could say.
it really did. And so, like from that point, I feel that they have really pivoted very well in trying to be really inclusive. I mean, another great example, their inclusion of the variety of different colors and genders in the Snow Trooper Battle Pack. Like, something they totally didn't have to do. They could have done Angry Clone on all of them and nobody would have even said anything, like they've done for like every Stormtrooper ever. But, it was like, those are really cool, just tiny steps, and I feel like it takes a lot of tiny steps to make big progress, all over the board. But that's really cool to me, and I think that's my favorite decision that Lego has made as a company.
Yeah, I think it's great that you brought up the battle packs, especially because very early on, the options for diversity were very limited by what was represented in the IP. Like,
Yeah,
they made Star Wars, Lando Calrissian was the diversity. Like, they didn't
I
really have a lot of
know.
wiggle room with that.
You're like, you've
And
got Chewbacca, and that was like the only other like different colored minifigure, and he's hairy,
right,
and that's it.
right, and they only put Lando in the one set and made that minifigure worth a fortune. So now, even if the IP doesn't always represent a diverse type of character, they can do that with the characters that can be whatever Lego wants them to be. They put their inclusivity in where they can do it. And I think that's great.
Well, and I remember as a kid there only being like 3 female minifigs, weirdly
Yeah,
enough. Like, I had an
not
ambulance set that had a female patient, and that was the only female minifig I had for years.
you're looking at all of the female minifigures they made, like right here, like the pirate,
Crazy. Yeah.
the Islander, the forest woman, she's somewhere else, and then the forest maiden, but like with this face, and then the ice planet lady. And that was it.
Yeah, yeah. It was slim pickings. Oh,
Very
there was one in Rock Raiders, but that's, I mean, you're talking 1997. So
right.
yeah. Yes. Oh, and the antagonist in Insectoids was female. It was a female alien. Can't remember her
Gypsy
name.
Moth.
There you
Her
go.
name's Gypsy Moth.
All
Yep.
right.
Nerds.
Well, rounding out our panel of questions today, none of us obviously would be here talking together if it weren't for Lego. To us, it's a lot more than just a children's toy. So, what is it that makes Lego special to you, and why are you thankful for it? Who wants to start us off on that?
I'll get us started.
Yeah, Matt, go for it.
Oh. So really, for me, it's really hard to pin that down. But Lego has a really unique brand. When you're building with Lego. As someone who's creative, I've experimented and built with and experienced a lot of different building toy mediums over the years. Nothing quite compares to Lego in terms of quality. That's why Lego has stood the test of time. Their colors, the quality of the parts, the way they connect together, the clutch powers, what makes that minifigure so iconic. All of that is just so unique to Lego. You can't get what feels like Lego anywhere else. And what I love is that it can be anything. It isn't just what you buy on the box. I want to build a Star Wars set or whatever, but it could be something else. To me, it was a toy that I grew up playing video games, right? Like, video games were really important to me. And other than that, my toy that I wanted to play with was Lego, because Lego could be whatever I wanted it to be. It wasn't like an action figure of Spider-Man, which, like, this is Spider-Man and really nothing else unless you're really using your imagination. Or, I don't know, Nerf guns, or if you want to play a sport or something. Like, Lego was like, if I wanted to have an adventure, it'd be like a night and go play in like a castle, like I could do that. Or if I wanted to be a spaceman, or if I wanted to be whatever it was, you could do it.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that that's carried over into my adult life, what I'm really truly thankful for in being in this hobby is the community, the sense of community that I've found through sharing this with other people. This sort of mindset and similar creativity I think that we all have as Lego fans, even though we're all very different. We all come from different walks of life. We're all diverse among us, different beliefs, different backgrounds, but none of that matters when it comes to the brick and the building and the way that we love and share this hobby. I had the really great experience of going to my first Lego convention this summer, Brick Fair, Virginia.
Yeah.
And I got to, I knew that the Lego community existed before online, but seeing it in person and getting to see all of these people in one place who were here for this one shared passion and having so many conversations with so many different types of people of all different ages from all over the country and actually all over the world who had come for this convention
Mhm.
was like, whoa, like I love the way that this unites everybody. So in a nutshell, I guess that's what I'm grateful for about Lego is the way that it fosters creativity and community.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ditto that basically. I mean, it's a hard
Yeah.
question to
Yeah.
answer. I mean, I'm a little different. I've only kind of just recently been gotten to the community, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be the person I am today without the Lego I had as a kid. I mean, Lego as a kid allowed me to enthrall myself in the TV shows and the movies that I really, really liked. And it just allowed me to almost live in the world of Star Wars, for example. That's what I really liked as a kid. I feel like I honestly wouldn't be as much of a fan of Star Wars if it wasn't for all of the Lego Star Wars sets I bought and played with and got so into. And I just feel like Lego fostered a lot of like my other interests and just allowed me to feel, I don't know, just like good about myself and what I liked and Lego I could make it happen with Lego and I don't know. I mean, it's just Lego just allowed me so many things, and even now, I mean, I continue to just I'm be able to do a whole channel with Lego is just so amazing.
Yeah. The creativity it brings out in people is really fun. And I don't know, I mean, I love the fact that it has brought us together and that
Oh,
there's like so many connections I've made that I just wouldn't have had without Lego. That's I mean, for me, I think about how when I am stressed out or, there's just I need to relax or something. I don't think I would have realized, without getting back into Lego the last couple of years, how therapeutic an activity it can be. Just, putting together a set, and taking that time to just fit these little plastic bricks together and just kind of like chill. It's a really it's cathartic, and it's been such a big and important part of my life for so long, and it felt really good to be able to come back to that, and it felt right. I don't know. It's just like maybe at the expense of sounding stupid or something, but it felt like I was just coming back to something that was missed and needed in my life, and when Matt, you were talking about like, you have the castles and the space and stuff, and I was like, well, but you could also like put a spaceman in the castle. He's a time traveler and stuff.
why not?
Like a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court. You can create whatever you want, and that's what's so
Pirate on the
darn cool.
train.
Exactly. I mean, that's I just
Oh,
love that about Lego. Just infinite creativity. I mean, think about the number of ways you can connect 6 bricks. What is it, like 4 million ways or something like that?
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
crazy amount.
yeah,
nuts.
it's mind blowing. Yeah, and so I mean, I love. I look up at my shelf of classics and stuff here, and I see all these themes like buttered up next to each other, and I can think about how like the ninja is going to end up riding the dewback or something. It's like I don't know. There's just so many like hilariously amazing things that you can come up with. It's only limited by your creativity, and that's fun. Like right now, I was showed a couple things on the camera earlier. They're still sitting next to me, and consequently now I have the Storm of the Night who is guarding Grogu.
Why not? Why
That's
not?
what we do with Lego. Or like it's just it's fun. It's good. I love it.
Mhm.
Also, isn't it beautiful that minifig from what 80s, 90s?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah. This
hold,
yeah, that
I
was
need-
and
like
just hold Grogu,
yeah.
who was only made a year ago.
I
So
No
great.
problem.
Yeah, it's so
Integrates
awesome.
perfectly.
They take
Yeah,
care of their descendants.
that's right. Yes, I love it. Yeah, so that's what we got.
Yeah.
And guys, I've had a lot of fun with you, and this has been really enjoyable. Do you guys have any
Yes.
Thanksgiving plans, by the way?
Yeah, I'll be spending Thanksgiving with my girlfriend's family tomorrow. So very
Nice.
excited. Gonna wake up easy and watch the parade. I'm a big fan of the parade. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
no,
always fun.
And the dog show.
I'm gonna.
I remember as a kid the Barney float that got away during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh, you remember that?
Oh, it was bad. It like
Yeah.
knocked into a light pole and like something
Yeah.
fell off of it and knocked someone unconscious. It was a real big bad thing. And
Not
then
Barney.
the worst part, you have to look up the video after this.
Deflated.
They had to go in and stab it to death Yeah, I'm serious.
It's to kill it.
It's like horrifying. They showed this on TV live.
Awesome.
Couldn't
Traumatized
stop
kids
it.
everywhere across the country.
Yes. Mhm.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Yeah,
Parade
not Barney.
kills Barney.
It happened. I was here.
Yeah, no, I remember hearing about it, but I'm sure it was around and I watched it when it happened.
It
I
was.
just don't remember.
Yeah, I was there 10,000 years ago.
You haven't seen the things I've seen.
What about you, Ethan?
I'm just gonna be sleeping in, working 2 retail
Nice.
jobs during
yeah.
this week has been
Mm.
whew, I am
It's rough.
tired. But I'll be going to my fiance's family. We'll be spending time with them.
Yay,
Eat a
cool.
lot of food.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Mhm. Very good. I'll be going to my mother-in-law's house tomorrow, and my sister-in-law's in town. She goes to school in New Jersey, actually, in Madison, and she just got in this morning, I think. So anyway, we're gonna go over to her house tomorrow, and we have brought Costco had these really humongous pumpkin pies for only $6. I mean,
Gotta
like
love
when
Costco.
I'm not exaggerating, like humongous. So we bought a lot of them and bring one of those over there and have a lot of food. So, and then we'll see my parents on Sunday because we had other people who were available only at that time. And my other sister, my blood sister, is in town this week too. So we'll see her then. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Amazing.
Well, anyway,
Well, I just want
go
to say
ahead.
quick that additionally, I'm grateful for you guys.
Yes.
And that we've
Aw.
I'm
become
grateful
friends
for us.
and
Yes.
gotten this show started.
Yes.
Yeah.
9
lot of
episodes
fun.
already.
Yeah.
no, can't believe it.
Woo-hoo.
It's been good. Yep.
Yeah.
More to come, guys. It's gonna be great. So
Stay tuned. Follow us at all those socials.
Yeah.
yeah. So before we
Listen
go,
to-
yeah, make sure that you have followed us here on YouTube, that you are following us on wherever it is that you get your podcasts, as well as we have our TikTok page and Instagram. So check back regularly for updates as we post them. And thank you as always for listening and for watching. We are building a podcast. Thanks again.
See you guys.
Good night. Happy